Welcome back to another workout, ladies and gents. This time it's all about the knees. Let's bulletproof them. We've got 5 exercises, each catering to functions of the human body that, if improved via strengthening, will make a difference in overall knee health. Each exercise is 10 reps, but as you get stronger, feel free to add additional sets, working your way up to 3 sets of 10 for a full-on workout. Take breaks when you need them, and remember, always consult your healthcare practitioner before doing any of this stuff here on YouTube. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, first thing you want to do is find a band and choke it around something like a column or anything sturdy. And don't be shy about it, I'm sure the band's into it on you. Next, you're gonna drop down on both knees, roughly shoulder width apart, and march like you're waist deep in some. Ladies and gents, in order to get this exercise, it's imperative you use your hips as the main hinge here. Now all you're gonna do is fold at the hips, keeping your core braced, shoulders back, and head up. Remember to breathe out as you fold downwards. Only thing left to do is to contract your glutes, bringing your hips forwards until you're neutral and upright once more. And that's it. We're gonna rip out 10 of these. Now, if you're really looking to build stronger functional glutes, I highly recommend loading the exercise through something like a barbell. In the case where you don't have someone to help load it onto your shoulders, to get this up safely, I want you to pay close attention to where your shoulders are in relation to the bar before you clean this thing up off the floor. In order to do that, we're going to treat this like a deadlift, wherein before we pull, our spine is neutral, our core is braced, lats are engaged, and once again, shoulders are over the bar. Once you've done all that, you're just performing a clean and press as usual to get this up onto your back. First exercise down, you still with me? Alright, so coming up next, we got good old hip airplanes. You already know how I feel about this one. It's like Buckley's though. They're pretty awful, but it works. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the main things to look for here are having a solid base of support, meaning your foot should be gripping the ground. Spine is neutral, and you're using your hips and torso to produce the twisting motion here. Now, the whole reason that this exercise is in the Save Your Knees video is because knees don't twist, folks. But fortunately, the other joints in your body do. And in this case, we're targeting the crap out of the glute medius. For those of you who also want to get better at squats and up the weight, this is a muscle that sorely gets overlooked. I guarantee you, the more you train your glute medius to work in synergy with the rest of your hips and lower body, the stronger and functional and more pain-free you'll become. Alright, and other side. Trust me, I wish I forgot about it too. Alright, on to the next one. Next up is not the hardest, but certainly one of the most technical exercises of this workout, the modified pistol squat. First thing is your foot positioning. You're going to be on one foot at a time here, so toe out or neutral toes pointing forwards works best here. You do not want your toes pointing towards the midline of your body. Next, a common mistake with these types of exercises is to start without even aligning the shoulders, hips, and knees. You do that, I promise you, you'll fall on your faster than a slip and slide at Six Flags. Rather, ensure these joints are all stacked vertically before you start. Lastly, just like a deadlift, just like most squats, your hips need to be the thing that initiate every single rep. It should be the first thing to move, and it moves backwards like it's about to sit in a big comfy chair. Only then are you going to allow your knee to bend as that hip continues to sink backwards as far as you could comfortably take it, while bringing the opposite leg forwards as a counterweight to help you balance. If you box, it's the same concept, imagining both limbs are attached to a pulley system. When one moves forwards, the other moves backwards. Here's what it looks like without getting the hip to move first. Do you notice how much more forwards my knee goes? Putting it all together now, here's what it looks like. Please note, you do not have to raise that leg all the way up out in front of you. You can totally just let it hang out down lower and let the heel graze the floor. The last thing we want to do is have that leg that's out in front of you burning more than the leg that's actually doing the squat. Now we're getting 10 of these on each side. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you see this exercise included in so many knee programs despite being a squat is again because it's re-educating the body to use the hips as a hinge before doing anything with the knee in terms of loading. This is the missing piece that oftentimes produces knee pain in people over time, especially when lifting. So if you need to swear, get it all out now because we're hitting the other side. We're hitting the other side. We're hitting the other side. Next up, we're going to be targeting the front of the shin with some tibialis curls. All you're going to need for this one is some form of resistance around your toes. Now that could look like a towel with a dumbbell attached to it, a resistance band, or you can get creative like I did here and stick your feet through some kettlebell handles. All you need to do is find somewhere comfortable to sit so that you're upright and can maintain a little bit of space between the backs of your knees and wherever you're sitting. And all you're going to be doing in a slow, controlled manner is raising that toes with the weight up towards your body and slowly back down. We're getting 10 again. Now if you can, my challenge for you is to really slow down that eccentric or the lowering the toes back to the ground portion because you're going to get the most bang for your buck in terms of getting rid of scar tissue and strengthening the tissues. If you're limited on weight and need something more challenging, all you need to do is find a way to sit back far enough so that you can elevate your heels a little bit further off the floor like this and repeat the same motion. This last exercise is a beast. Don't worry if you don't have what I'm using here. All you need is something to hold your feet down like a couch or part, a cushion for your knees, and a wall or something elevated you can use to slowly lower your upper body. Whether it be strength or rehab, I promise you this is one of the best for your posterior chain and puts lying hamstring curls to shame. This is done in a kneeling position. Once you've anchored your feet down, all you're doing is using your hips yet again as a starting point for the movement. Couple things to note here, I'm keeping my core stiff at all times, engaging my lats and shoulder blades to take the stress off my shoulders as I'm holding this band. You do not want to start curling your body back up without engaging those glutes, otherwise your back comes into the mix like an uninvited house guest. Take note that you do not have to go as low as I'm going here or even to the ground. This is a tough exercise. Start with 30 degrees and take it from there. We're going for 10. Now, if you're using an upper band like myself, your upper body will arch a little bit, but it'll be fine so long as you keep those glutes engaged. Now, if you're wondering if you could just replicate this same work for your hamstrings with squats and deadlifts, to an extent, but you won't be able to get the same effect because out of your 3 hamstring muscles, there's a portion of one, the short head of the biceps femoris, that doesn't cross the hip joint and will benefit from this type of exercise. You're almost there. Come on, keep pushing. Woo! Well, you did it. How do you feel? Your glutes and hammies on fire? Remember to stretch those muscles as well. 30 seconds minimum for each stretch, repeated for 3 sets for whichever muscle you're stretching, is a good place to start. Try doing this workout 2 to 3 times a week and let me know how you feel. Until next time, you know what I always say, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Peace.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Go, go, go.